listen, Anmol, I'll tell you one thing. Across the world, it is said there is nothing called a free lunch, and I agree. Yeah. In the context of America and Americans, I can tell you, there is nothing called even a free French fry. They don't give anything for free. So if somebody is saying, why is Ford Foundation being so good to you? Why is Rockefeller being so good to you? Why is Soros being so good to you? Why is Soros being so good to you? I am saying, Anmol, 1 minute, yes, Sanju, let me complete. Don't speak over me also now. I am saying to you, Anmol, be careful of the Americans. Be careful. Very, very, very careful. Even if they give you one French fry, they will make you sign 20 receipts for it. I know. You know the Americans. If they give you $1 of funding, they will write 50,000 papers on how they gave you aid.
Kejriwal is in love with Soros.
And imagine if that is, imagine what the deep state does. Imagine what the deep state does. I'm not saying in the context of Aam Aadmi Party, but let me tell you, the American deep state and intel agencies are experts at compromising people. So I'm saying we should all be careful of the American deep state. They're very bad people. Now my point is, one minute. I want to play the chunk, for God's sake. I want to play the chunk. It's time for the chunk tonight. Viewers, here's the chunk. No, you can't. You need to let me speak. It's a Friday evening. Viewers, when you see the chunk, just ask yourself, does it look like the State Department knows the question which will be asked and the reporter knows the answer which will be given? Both are reading from prepared pieces of paper. Can I play that full frame, please? Thank you. Please.
Summoning of the US diplomat over comments regarding the arrest of Delhi's Chief Minister Kejriwal, and how do you view the recent political turmoil in India, including the freezing of the opposition party's bank account, as the Amnesty International described the situation? Crackdown on opposition reaches a crisis point ahead of national elections.
So with respect to the second question, we continue to follow these actions closely, including the arrest of Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal. We are also aware of the Congress Party's allegations that tax authorities have frozen some of their bank accounts in a manner that will make it challenging to effectively campaign in the upcoming elections. And we encourage fair, transparent, and timely legal processes for each of these issues. With respect to your first question, I'm not going to talk about any private diplomatic conversations, but of course, what we have said publicly is what I just said from here, that we encourage fair, transparent, timely legal processes. We don't think anyone should object to that, and we'll
Okay, it's quite clear. They know what's going on. What do you read there? What do you read there? Why don't you ask your friend what he read into that? You know, what do you read into that question and answer session, sir? Utsav, what do you read into that Q&A?
So, see, this kind of question answer happens almost every day at the State Department. And I agree with you, Arnab, completely that this was premeditated. It was being read from a script by Mushfiq. And in all probability, the answer was also being read. Now, I do not see that much of a clarity. It was a very generic answer. I have to agree on that part. It was literally run-of-the-mill answer to a question. But the question that was coming from Mushfiq was very well framed in order to rile up elements inside India as well as in America, and kind of elicit the kind of headlining that you are talking about in The Wire and many other media.
Utsav, the fact that, Utsav, you are there on the ground, you know how the deep state works there. You have seen in the case of Ghulam Nabi 5, for example, the manner in which he was allowed to function. So obviously,
no, but then immediately after that, you see, The Wire puts out a tweet. US says it's monitoring Kejriwal's arrest, Congress party's accounts freezing, to which Mushfiqul Fazal Ansari starts retweeting interesting developments in Indian politics. US State Department maintains vigilance amidst Kejriwal's arrest and Congress party's account freezing. Check out the insightful piece published at The Wire, etc., etc. Now, Anmol, are you comfortable with all this?